Yeah, so Glacier Peak's having 7.5 yards a carry, whereas Terrace is 3.5, right? They're just not moving the ball efficiently or effectively yet.
That's right. Well, high school football and Glacier Peak football brought to you always by our friends around your viewing screen. Kathy Salvadolina, just click on her little banner right there. Give her a call at 425-350-0020. Also, McDaniel's Hardware and Do It Center in downtown Snohomish, 510 2nd Street. They've got everything you need down there. You can check them online, McDanielsDoItCenter.com.
Right
also,
next to the Boys and Girls Club.
That's right. Also, Gutter Glove as we get set back for second quarter action here. GP gets a fresh 12-minute clock here, 14-0. 1st and 10 on the Terrace 22. Linney stutters. Now he's going deep. It's caught by Pettis in the end zone. Touchdown, Glacier Peak.
That was a beautiful pass.
Welcome to the show. Dalton Pettis, the senior, 6 foot, 180 pounds. He's waving his arms. Good for you, young man. His first touchdown of the season as Coach Rowe congratulates him.
Yeah. He did. He hung in the pocket a long time. There was defense all around Linney on that one. He hung in for the duration. Was able to hit Pettis in the end zone. Full stretch on that catch.
And the extra point is good by David Linney.
And the refs aren't going to make him do it twice.
So just like that, right at the start of the second quarter, and all of a sudden it's Glacier Peak now 21-0 over Mountlake Terrace. And Terrace needs to have a good offensive series here coming up, John.
Terrace shouldn't have punted that ball. It was 4th and 1, right? Don't give the ball to GP.
Yeah, big no-no if you're playing Glacier Peak on the home turf here.
And it doesn't matter where you give them the ball. They can score from anywhere on the field.
No, I wish we knew more about Mr. Pettis. He's not played a lot this year. He's a senior. We haven't seen him out on the field too much, especially as receiver, but he's getting a lot of playing time tonight. Great catch by Pettis also.
We know enough. He's got good hands.
Yes. Where has Pettis been all year?
We could have used him last week.
Yeah, we could have.
Sticky fingers.
Exactly. So Branson Corwin on to kick for Glacier Peak. Back to receive is over the shoulder. Takes it at the 3. Chris Guerrero, and he is stuffed back down on the 9. They'll give him to the 11-yard line. Brandon Hershey, the senior, with the tackle and good coverage by Glacier Peak. I was just about to tell you about Gutter Glove, Gutter Guard, which is right there on your screen. All you got to do is click right there. Highly advanced gutter protection system offering several amazing functions. This Gutter Guard will filter out the debris from your gutter, eliminating gutter cleaning forever. John McLean, forever. Also want to mention our good friends at Snohomish Skydiving as we get ready for second quarter action. Mountlake Terrace, Bo Kennedy pitches it to Downs on the right. Stutters. Now finds a little breathing room, and he's met by Timmy Douglas and the gang, and he's brought down. He'll get a gain of 2.
Yeah, when you say the gang, he was met by everybody. There was only like 3 GP defenders left standing after that.
Glacier Peak defense getting healthy here this week. Having a good first quarter and just starting 11-17 left in the second quarter. Again, Glacier Peak up 21-0. Brings up a 2nd and 7 from the Terrace 14-yard line. Bo Kennedy, the quarterback. Devontae Downs, the lone setback in the white jerseys. Downs now over the middle. Not much doing for Mr. Downs.
I hope he's in good shape.
He has got a lot of yards. He's talking to Tony Umam, the head coach for Mountlake Terrace. Again, last year he was a freshman and had a breakout, led the league with touchdowns. What did I have, 900 yards or something in 7 games? Something crazy, yeah, like that. This year he had a big offensive experience line last year, and he's missing that this year.
You can see it.
3rd and 5 for the Hawks. Fakes the first one.
Ooh,
A few passes,
throw.
rolls out to the near side, goes deep. It's overthrown. The intended receiver is Quentin Bernard.
That's a difficult pass, though. A right-hander rolling left like that.
Good to see Mr. Kennedy, Bo Kennedy, though. I wanted to see him throw.
Yeah, in warm-ups, he looked like he had a real good arm.
Well, unfortunately, they needed a good series, although they look like they're going for it now, kind of. It's 4th and 5 from their own 16-yard line. They are
it's
not.
a punt.
There's number 11, Jalen Panui, back to kick it off, and he'll be kicking to try. Oh, it's blocked!
Blocked by
Saw
Elledge.
that coming by Elledge in the end zone, recovered by Timmy Douglas, and it's a touchdown, Glacier Peak. Oh, the news just keeps getting worse for the Hawks from Mountlake Terrace, John.
And they didn't even bobble that snap. I mean, they bobbled every punt up to this one. This one they got off clean, but Elledge was in there like nobody even touched it.
Well, I saw that coming a mile away. I think I called it before it actually happened.
Well, it would have been more impressive if you would have said something
That's true.
instead of saying it after the fact.
Elledge coming off a disappointing game last week. It was, we see Clarwin on for the extra point. Pylon has the hold for him, and it is good just like that. 28 now to 0. Glacier Peak over Mountlake Terrace.
Yeah, I think Elledge has successfully redeemed himself from that drop ball last week. He really wanted that pass back.
He did. We talked to him after the game, and the poor kid was just felt so bad. I mean, he just felt horrible, like he'd have the whole, let his team down, let himself down, the coaches. He's a neat kid. We just saw weird things. You got to give credit to Meadowdale, not to keep reliving last week, but phenomenal defense. They lead the league.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can see why. I mean, they were poised. They played well. They got all the positions filled. I mean, it's the full package on both defense as well as offense. I mean, they got a running game that just churns through the yards, right?
They've got it down.
I mean,
you can't catch up with Shepard, and then all of a sudden when they get in the red zone anywhere close, they bring on the big kid 45. Newsome, and he was just...
And they would hit Newsome in the backfield, and he'd still get 3-4 yards.
Well, the good news for the Hawks here in the white, visiting Hawks from Terrace, they get the ball back. They had to give up a score to get it, but they're going to get the ball right back. And give them more time with 10:03 left in the second. Taking out the 3-yard line. He's got some room, makes a nice move all the way and crosses the 32-yard line.
Evan Nelson caught up with him from behind.
Yeah, that's Mason Stone and also Brandon Hershey. Mason Stone for the Hawks is a junior, 6 foot. Talking to Coach Umayim, he's a good-looking player.
6 foot, he's only 155 pounds.
Well, maybe he's a late bloomer.
He'll fill out a little bit over the summer.
So Terrace gets it back with 9:54 right on the 32-yard line. In motion is Panui. They do get it to him on the right. Has a little bit of room. Now cuts in the middle of the field. Still on his feet and finally brought down all the way nice to the 40-yard line. Gain of 8.
I'm glad to see they're changing things up finally.
Nice pickup of 8 yards for Pahanui coming in motion. I didn't know if he had that ball. It looked like it was
and that's exactly what they need to do. They need to make the defense work, right?
It was a bang-bang play. So Terrace now down 28-0. Bo Kennedy now 2nd and 2. Favorable. The switches. Now he gets it to Downs, I believe, coming across, and they're going to give him a first down, I believe, Mr. McLean. Chris Guerrero, on the carry.
Yep, he's moving the chains on that one.
Marcus Hurd, the senior, on the on the tackle for Glacier Peak.
Well, everybody should be able to run now because the entire defense is just watching number one.
Absolutely.
Everybody's keying out Devontae, so everybody else should be able to pick up 2 or 3 yards of carry.
Bo Kennedy, the quarterback. Now he hands off to Downs up the middle. And a gang of Grizzlies take him down, but not after gaining about 4 yards. Timmy Douglas. Rudy comes out, the first one under the pile.
Isn't he always on the bottom?
He seems to be. Austin Jacobson also on that. They get a great first down for Terrace at the 46-yard line.
If they keep doing this, they're going to be moving the ball.
Now they do that same place to Guerrero, excuse me.
He's close to the first down.
And he's going to be close to another first down. Just shy, it looks like. Austin Jacobson, you called his number quite a bit last week in Edmonds. Now Bo Kennedy. High setback. Fumbles the snap again. That is the 4th or 5th time tonight, McLean, that he has had problems getting the snap.
Yeah, I think it's number 4.
That's unfortunate. He falls on the play. Now it leaves him at 4th and 1. I'm sorry, that wasn't a first down before.
It's a wasted chance to score.
So third down gone awry here. Let's see if he can get the snap. Kennedy under center. Now hands up the up back Guerrero, and he punches through for a first down on the right side. Good job by Terrace. Guerrero liking the right side, the up back, little I formation.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, everybody's watching Devontae, so Guerrero could have a good night.
So now they're making progress in the Grizzly territory. 1st and 10. They hand off again to Guerrero. He kind of backs his way, but that didn't work too well.
Interesting technique, Scott.
Push back all the way to the mid-stripe. They'll give him forward progress and a gain of 1. They're so nice about that.
He was using the backwards shuffle.
He was.
That usually doesn't work out for a lot of yards for you.
Becerra.
Meds.
Chris Becerra in on that tackle, the backup quarterback, the junior. Also a good defensive player, and also Smedrud on the defensive play. So 2nd and 8 at GP's 45-yard line. Bo Kennedy. Now he fakes the handoff to Downs. He's got trouble. Now he will be taken down, and guess who, baby? Number 10, Timmy Douglas.
Timmy Douglas in the backfield. Who was the first one back there, though?
Was that number 12? That could have been Becerra, actually.
May have been. But everybody was back there.
I believe it was Chris Becerra who got him first. He eluded that tackle, but he couldn't get out of the outreached arms of Mr. Douglas. Timmy Douglas.
The long arm of Timmy Douglas.
That's a loss of 6 on that play, or excuse me, loss of 5. Now they're back in Terrace territory, the 49-yard line, 3rd and 15. Bo Kennedy directing traffic now in the white jersey Mountlake Terrace. Talking to Devontae. Fumbled snap again, and they're going to call it down.
I think that's 5.
I think he's pulling away too fast. It looks like he's pulling away before he has the ball.
The coach is going to be on him.
I didn't have a chance to see a lot of Terrace games. I did listen to a couple against Getchell. I don't remember having them having this issue before.
Yeah, it could be the speed of the GP defensive line, right? I mean, because they're getting through and they're getting through fast. They're quick.
Yeah, at least 4th and 16, and now Pahanui's going to have to punt one more time. His leg's going to be sore tomorrow.
Low ball.
Gets off a nice one to Trey Chambers, rolls down and out of bounds at the Glacier Peak 20-yard line.
Interesting. It looks like Terrace is their own worst enemy here.
Unfortunate. They had a nice drive going there. 6-play, 7-play drive. Got a couple first downs. They had some things going. They had Guerrero coming on. That little trap play.
And then they start, juggling the ball. And bad things just start happening for them. With that inexperienced offensive line, though, things like that are going to happen because GP is going to be in your offensive backfield.
They get it back with 4:26. They fake to Nelson. Now they get it out to Nelson. One-handed catch. Makes one guy miss. Now he's at the 30. He's got another guy. Finally grabs him down all the way past the 36-yard line. Evan Nelson, the acrobat, with another one-handed catch in the backfield.
The acrobat, eh? They are just shedding tacklers, though. It's difficult to hit these kids and hang on.
Terrace unable to wrap him up. 1st and 10 at the 36. Hands off to
They've already got it
Caribou. He looks like he's at full speed this week, and he gets to the outside, taking a gang of people, including Downs, with him all the way for a first down to the mid-stripe 50-yard line.
We're going to have to start keeping stats for broken tackles.
Absolutely. Mason Stone also on the tackle for Terrace.
I think we'd be in double figures.
Probably. So, quick action here, 3:52. Glacier Peak up 28-0 as David Linney takes the snap. Going deep the right side, looking for Evan Nelson again. It's intercepted. No, they're calling it incomplete. Pahanui, his second attempt at an interception, and he lets it hit the ground. I'd love to see the other angle of that.
Yeah, Linney was really rushed on that pass, though. There was a lot of Terrace defenders in the backfield there.
Good pursuit by the Hawks. Caribou, that's 6 carries for 45 yards for AK-47. He fakes that, goes now to the air. Catches by Elledge at the 38. Makes one guy miss. Now he's caught up with the Hawks and brought down at the 38-yard line of Terrace.
He's going right, he's going left, he's going right again.
He likes that little hitch where he goes backwards and right to left and right to left. First down again, back. They hand it off to Caribou, but it's a dead ball foul as they stop play with 3:23 left in the first half. It was a timeout by Terrace. When we come back to action, we'll have a 1st and 10 at the Terrace 37-yard line.
So that's the first time out of the game.
Well, I'm sorry, what's that?
I said that's the first time out of the game.
It is the first time. It is Mountlake Terrace's first time out. Maybe he should have used more.
It's only 3:23 left in the half. He should have used more.
Well, 9 carries for 75 yards so far is Glacier Peak on the ground, getting the passing game going. 10 for 14 for 124 yards through the air, with Evan Nelson leading all receivers into this point.
Did you notice the pace of this drive picked up for Glacier Peak? They're moving faster.
Absolutely, and one thing we noticed when David Linney was out for, I believe, the 3rd game of the season, and Becerra did a great job, but when he came back, I mean, the pace picked up noticeably.
And the defense suffers when that happens, right? Because it's hard to keep up, it's hard to change your sets.
Exactly, and it's they come at you so fast. Again, 28-0, 3:23. Be sure you check all the scores and highlights and updates and articles at SnohomishTimes.com. Try to get you some scores of other Wesco 3A and 4A action. Linney now looking over. I can't see because of the pole, but he runs away from traffic. Gets it off to Evan Nelson. He's got one guy to beat. Pops outside the far sideline. And that is Guerrero catches up with him all the way down to the 5-yard line. Another Grizzly first down.
It's going to be a long night if that keeps up.
Chris Guerrero getting some big-time plays. The halfback, Lenny, now hands off to Caribou.
That's a touchdown.
Punches through. Touchdown, Glacier Peak. No problem for AK-47.
He may have been untouched on that play. But that play came so quick after the last one, right? I mean, they run up. Well, the pass play was how many yards? 25 yards?
25-yard pass play.
And then immediately they run up to the line of scrimmage, no huddle, set up, run another play before the defense can even set up. And he's into the end zone without being touched.
Pylon on to hold for Branson Corwin. Extra point is up. It's good. And with just under 3 minutes left to go in the first half, Glacier Peak running away 35-0 over the Hawks from Mountlake Terrace.
I think we're going to see some sophomores get some playing time tonight.
I think you will. Everybody get your rosters out, ladies and gentlemen. If you're home, go to glacierpeakfootball.org and you can see all the rosters. They do a great job. Mr. Welsh does a tremendous job keeping that website up. Also, Mr. Elvig, a contributor to the glacierpeakfootball.org. Everybody here. If you're just aching for more Wesco 3A Glacier Peak action, log on to SnohomishTimes.com. Every morning you do the same, don't you, John?
Absolutely, Scott. Every morning.
SnohomishTimes.com. We are in the works right now. We hope to bring you Glacier Peak men's basketball and maybe other sports streaming live video. One of the only people doing this on video. A lot of radio offerings out there and audio offerings online, but nobody, to our knowledge, just a couple people doing live streaming video.
The only thing we like more than football is basketball.
Exactly. Corwin, nice kickoff deep. That looks like Mason Stone on the return, and he is tackled finally. Nice 25-yard return there and takes it up to the Terrace 30. Timmy Douglas getting into the action on the stop for Glacier Peak.
Yeah, he was moving well on that return.
Michael Palmer also, the halfback, the junior running back, also on that tackle.
You can tell I'm doing a good job because I'm nodding my head over here.
Good thing, probably interesting to see Mr. Palmer and the running back. He had 2 touchdowns a couple weeks ago. So quarterback Bo Kennedy, see if he can get a clean snap. There he goes to Downs. He punches through the line of scrimmage. Great play, a burst of speed by Devontae Downs all the way up to the 38.
It was off the right-hand side. Nobody saw it coming.
Yeah, because it did go to the left.
That's right.
See, they're changing it up down there. Well, you saw just a little. That was a good look at Devontae Downs. When he gets a head of steam going downfield, he can rip through the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he was carrying the mail when he got to the line.
Guerrero, though, is met in the backfield and gang tackled for a loss by Casey Welsh, number 45, the junior. Casey Big Play Welsh. Also Timmy Douglas back there.
Yeah, Devontae went to the right that time, and it was a sad fake, and Guerrero got stuffed.
Yeah. Brings up a 3rd down and 2 from their own 38. Been a while for Terrace. Actually, last series they did have a couple first downs. Looking for a first down here. Clean snap, but Downs is stopped in the backfield. He's going to get tackled all the way back the 33, 34-yard line. Not what they wanted.
And that was the entire Glacier Peak defense on top of him on that.
Spotter Chris Cuneo having trouble. He's just pointing to the entire board on that one for Glacier Peak defense. Doing a great job. I want to thank Chris from Bongos. He's our guest spotter tonight. You got to love a spotter who brings great food as well. We may
get rid of the other spotter.
Exactly. We got to talk to Ron Hempthorne about cooking up something.
There's not enough room in here to bring in the barbecue.
That's true. A familiar sight now is Pahanui back to punt for Terrace, and they will use their second timeout with 50 seconds left to go in the second quarter. 35-0, Glacier Peak up.
So Glacier Peak's got one punt this evening.
One punt. On the ground for Terrace, they have 26 carries, most of those by Devontae Downs, although Guerrero getting in for 97 yards. They're only getting 3.74 carry yardage average. They need more.
Oh, yeah, they need a lot more.
They need some big plays.
And they need to change things up, and it'd be nice to see them hook up with a pass, too.
And again, talking to their coach, great guy who has a lot of variables to endure in that program. 8 years building it up. In 2009, for the first time, John McClain, in 45 years, he took a Terrace team to the playoffs. First time ever.
Yeah, and you can look forward to having a good Terrace team next year. I mean, they've only got 5 seniors.
Absolutely, yep.
So almost everybody coming back.
Here we now, the fake punt to the left. Panui to the 30, 40, first down up on the sideline near. He's finally brought out of bounds by Eli Whipple. But a big play, fake punt by Terrace, and gets him a first down. Glacier Peak's got to be having nightmares. They saw this against Oak Harbor, I believe.
But this is exactly what Terrace needs to do. I mean, they need to change things up. They got to, reach down deep into the playbook and start pulling stuff out.
A big, big play for Mountlake, Terrace, and the Hawks. Now they get a first down as we see big 72.
I mean, they need to do another crazy play here, like run off on right tackle, right?
They do. Some shifting on the Glacier Peak defensive line now. Jalen Panui in motion. Bo finally gets to him. No, he fakes. Now he's running for his life. There's Timmy Douglas. Almost gets him. Eludes a tackler. He's still on his feet. Spins to the sideline. He's going down, and Brandon Hershey finally catches up with him at the Glacier Peak 28-yard line. How did he stay on his feet?
I don't know. That was amazing. He looked like he could be a decent running back there.
He was going through the washing machine.
What did happen, though, was Hershey met him and stood him right up.
I tell you, I think he spun like 3
times. And look at this. They're back on the line. I mean,
quick play now.
Yeah.
Now he goes deep down the sideline. And intercepted by Brandon Hershey of Glacier Peak. Unfortunate decision by quarterback Bo Kennedy. He was trying to go to Jalen Pahanui. Oh, you hate to see that.
You hate to see that, but that was a fun series of downs to watch. That was exciting football.
Oh, my goodness. Well,
and that's actually the best punt they've had all night because it put GP way back.
Absolutely. Ball spotted now at around the 11-yard line of Glacier Peak. They've got 17 seconds left. See what they do as quarterback David Linney looking in for instruction.
I mean, if you had a really good defense, this would be a nice opportunity to score.
And if you're Terrace, just start your wheels going backwards, nothing behind you. Evan Nielsen on the near side fakes. It's the pitch and go. Now he goes deep down the sideline, just too high, incomplete. Evan Nelson, Lucas Pope, good job actually on the coverage there for
good
Terrace.
Effort trying to get to that ball by Nelson, though. I mean, he got up high.
Well, we hope you're enjoying that. That was a fun little bit of high school football action there. As we now 2nd and 10. 10 seconds left to go in the first half. Glacier Peak up big, 35-0.
Look for a long ball.
Lenny back now. Now he goes over to
Nelson.
Evan Nelson. He jumps and gets it to
Down
the 20. He's going. Did they catch up with him? They did, but he made Mason Stone pay for that one as Devontae Downs finally pushes him out of bounds with 1 second left on the clock, all the way up to the GP 36.
Nelson had a few words with Mr. Brock Hornbuckle after that play. Number 56.
Maybe he did not appreciate the manner in which he met him.
It may not. He's the outside linebacker, 5'11", 190 pounds, a linebacker coming after you.
And the clock ticks down to 0, and that will end first half action. You're watching and listening to Glacier Peak football on the Snohomish Times Sports Network, STSPN.com. We hope you've enjoyed the first half. Stick around. It is homecoming night. We're going to let you see the sights and sound of the Grizzly band and all the happenings of homecoming here week. And we'll be back with second half action right after this. Lake Stevens, by the way, before we go away, we've got some scores. Meadowdale up 35-0 over Shorewood. Lake Stevens in 4A action, 21-0 over Monroe.
Ooh.
Lake Stevens been on a roll lately. We'll get you more scores when we come back.
You can probably see that Meadowdale 35, Shorewood 0 score coming.
Everett over Marysville Getchell 42-12.
Getchell, a very new program.
Very similar situation up there. We'll turn it over now to halftime festivities. You're listening to Glacier Peak football on the Snohomish Times Sports Network. Scott Oshman, John McClain. We'll be back right after halftime.